In 1912, the Titanic sank, resulting in a loss of approximately 1,500 lives, while only 706 survived. In the acclaimed film Titanic, most viewers were not moved by the hundreds who perished before their eyes, but were affected only by the fate of the hero, Jack, and the heroine, Rose. Despite Jack being a thief and an alcoholic, while the real victims were women, children, and the elderly. Why did this happen? Because director James Cameron successfully directed our attention and emotions towards only two characters, ignoring the rest. This phenomenon is not just a cinematic technique, but a miniature model of what media does daily in shaping our consciousness and directing our emotions according to specific agendas. Media manipulation through selective focus media does not tell us the whole truth, but chooses what it wants to highlight and conceal. In the movie Titanic, if the focus had been on scenes of mass drowning of women and children, the audience's reaction would have been completely different. However, the director wanted us to empathize with the love story of his protagonists, forgetting the real tragedy. This is precisely what political and social media does today. Western media shines a light on certain victims, such as those of the Ukraine war, while ignoring other tragedies, such as the victims of wars in Yemen or Palestine. Arab media may focus on the suffering of one people and ignore another, depending on political alliances. Social media shows you only what aligns with your interests, reinforcing biases and concealing other truths. Why we fall into this trap? The human mind tends to focus on personal stories rather than abstract statistics. When we hear about 1,500 victims, we don't feel it the same way we would if hearing about the story of one individual we empathize with. Therefore, media exploits this psychology to manufacture heroes and villains according to what serves its interests. How can we protect ourselves from mind manipulation? Questioning media narratives. Don't take news from a single source, but seek multiple perspectives. Focusing on facts, not emotions. When you hear a touching story, ask, what information was hidden? Who benefits from this narrative? Awareness of manipulation techniques. Media uses emotional music, evocative images, and selective language to guide your emotions. Conclusion in the end. Just as the movie Titanic made us cry for Jack and ignore the hundreds who drowned, today's media directs us to mourn certain victims while forgetting others. The difference between reality and film is that in real life, we cannot bear the consequences of this misrepresentation. Therefore, we must be aware of these arts of manipulation and always strive to see the complete picture, not just what they want us to see.